All right, folks, we are on our way to Overland Expo West in Flagstaff, but we are currently right now between Goldfield and Beatty. And I've gone through this area before on my way to Expo, and I've always wanted to have some time to check it out because it's a cool desert area with lots of little Joshua trees. And so we're going to spend tonight, maybe even tomorrow night, just doing some exploring and checking out the area before we head the rest of the way into Flagstaff for Expo. All right, guys, well, I think we've gotten to the end of this little dirt road that I'm on. The van's just down there. It does look like the road just dead ends up on this hill. Just going up to verify real quick, and if that is the case, then I think kind of looks like there's a little bit of a flat spot right there where people camped before. So I think I'll just set up right down there. I bought this fire pit last year in hopes that it would be a good alternative to a regular fire when we are under burn restrictions. This one had the capability of putting a grate over it and cooking, and that turns out to be what it really is good for. It doesn't really make a great fire pit. It doesn't look like a real fire unless I kind of throw some rocks inside and get the flames to burn around those rocks. Then it kind of gives that real fire appearance, but it's not a good option for a straight fire pit, and I'm happy to say I found a much better option at Expo that I'll be using in the future. Well, it took a little bit of rushing around, but we finally got ourselves set up in a nice spot. I actually moved a little bit. I didn't like where I was at. I just couldn't get the van level without driving on some vegetation, and I didn't like that idea. So I found this spot down here. I was able to get parked, and the van's not like on any vegetation, so I like that. It gave me a nice spot out in front so I can have the little fake fire pit. Right now, absolutely stunningly gorgeous. I mean, the sun has set over the mountains. The far peaks just have some nice magenta hues across the tops of them. Looks like we might have some storm clouds off the far distance over there. I'm not sure about that, but man, what a beautiful, beautiful location with the Joshua trees and everything. Absolutely stunning. We're gonna drink a little bit of Woodinville, enjoy the rest of the sunset, and then we'll get started on some dinner. We've got the scuttle dish out. We're gonna cook outside. It's a really nice warm evening, so yeah, I think we'll do that. quick. Alright folks, well we've got a little bit of a problem. So I intended to cook these top sirloin steaks that I got from my local meat market, but I had them at the very bottom of my refrigerator. I like to keep the temperature of my Iceco refrigerator where stuff at the bottom kind of stays frozen and then the stuff at the top is around 34, 35 degrees. But I didn't move this around in preparation for cooking tonight, so it's still frozen. So it's not going to be good to cook tonight. So I thought, well, as a backup, I'd make this already prepared salad. It's kind of a boring meal. I know it's not cooking over a fire, but it'd make a decent meal. But we ran into another problem. You guys probably noticed Daisy's not with me on this trip. She's with Megan, back where we normally hang out in Central Oregon. And so are our dog bowls, which I use for my salad mix. So no salad tonight either. So what we've gone down to is, why I was also at my local meat market, I picked up these really good pepperoni sticks. So it's going to be pepperoni sticks, maybe some cheese, and some crackers for dinner tonight. At least looking on the bright side, I get a chance to use this new open L knife that one of my subscribers sent to me. I've always wanted one of these. I always thought they're kind of cool. They're a very simple knife, but yeah, you guys will be seeing this on the channel a little bit, along with, of course, the old trusty William Collins. Well, we've got a really, really gorgeous morning out here on this patch of Nevada desert. The Joshua trees just look absolutely stunning this morning, especially as the sun rose and just barely started peeking over the mountain, just laying just a little bit of light of that really low horizon light onto the Joshua trees. Was absolutely beautiful. Just a beautiful, beautiful place to be this morning. It's definitely starting to warm up already. The sun's starting to get a little bit higher in the sky, but it doesn't feel too bad because it's a little bit windy, and that's the reason why I took the awning down and everything, because actually it got really windy through the night and was like rocking the van back and forth. So, and that's also why I've got you guys kind of set in here while I talk to you, because it'd just be too noisy on the mic. It has calmed down some since this morning, so that is nice. I'm hoping that'll be the case because I would like to cook breakfast outside. But before I do that, I actually would like to take the e-bike and go for a bit of an explore while it is still somewhat cool. I brought the Ad Motor e-bike. It's the mid-drive one. So far, out of the ones I've tried, it's definitely my favorite. But yeah, I'd like to go for a bit of a ride, at least get some exploring in before we had to continue on to Flagstaff.
So admittedly, I've been kind of procrastinating getting going on riding the bike. Not because I'm not excited about going for a ride, it's just that right now it just feels so perfect, and the wind is like perfect. Normally, you guys, I know you, if you follow the channel all, you know that I complain about the wind, that I don't really like it, but right now out here, it's like the perfect amount of wind. You know, just enough to make it feel lonely. Not like sad lonely, but like peaceful lonely. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah, I'm really loving it. All right, guys, well, I just found a really awesome spot to camp. Very flat, you know, nice and flat spot with great views, just absolutely stellar. I really like this view here, really good. But yeah, that's a great thing about being able to get out and explore on the bike, is you just kind of tootle up a lot of these little roads and you find these places. I won't have time to camp here this trip, but next time I come, I've got it marked on Gaia. All right, well, that was a great ride. A little bit shorter than I had planned. Some friends of mine used the bike a bunch this last weekend when we were camped out. I totally forgot to recharge the battery, so when I took off this morning, I only had about a quarter battery, but still gave me enough to do some exploring and play around for a couple hours. And like I said, we found a good campsite, but definitely feeling the hunger pains now. We're gonna try to make something to eat. So I was going to do some biscuits and gravy, but again, I realized I didn't have Daisy's bowls to mix the gravy in. So I opted to just make some breakfast sandwiches. And yeah, I think I like this better because I need to get going down the road. It's like almost noon. I got another 6 hours to drive to get to Flagstaff, so I need to go ahead and get packed up. This is a quicker, easier breakfast. I'll put the rest of my biscuits, I'll just throw them in a bag, throw them in the refrigerator. They'll make great snacks for later, or I can, you know, use them in another meal or something like that. But yeah, this is a great spot. Absolutely love it. Like I said, I definitely want to spend some more time here, maybe a full week or something like that. But as it is right now, I need to get packed up, get going. So anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a like. If you have any comments or questions, leave those down below, and we'll catch you guys again outside. So I've been cleaning up a few things, and it finally dawned on me that I could have used my bush pot all along. I could have ate my salad in here, and I could have made gravy in here. I guess I didn't need the dog's bowl after all.